Welcome to Fidelity's headquarters at 245 Summer Street in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm Sasha Jack, and I manage education and outreach for the Corporate Art Group. I'll be guiding you on this virtual tour. The Fidelity Art Collection is comprised of over 12,000 pieces of contemporary art installed throughout all Fidelity offices. The art plays an important role in our culture. It catalyzes creativity, connects people, and embodies Fidelity's values. The main entrance lobby of our headquarters building is home to some of our largest and most dynamic pieces, many of which were commissioned specifically for this locale. This virtual reality experience will allow you to move through the lobby and take in these fascinating and unique works of art. This etching on paper is by British artist Ian Davenport. Davenport takes a playful approach to his work, experimenting with paint and the unorthodox ways it can be applied to a variety of surfaces to achieve bold results. This print is made in the style of a series of drip pieces, in which he investigated the visual effect of pouring lines of glossy paint down the surface of a tilted board. This hypnotic series was devised by Mexican-Canadian electronic artist Rafael Lozano Hemmer. Called Zero Noon, this piece is comprised of 18 computer screens, which display what the artist calls rotating statistical metrics for telling time. Each screen is a clock run by statistics drawn from the internet. So, rather than tell time in minutes and seconds, these clocks tell time in data and human experience. The data displayed on each screen is pulled at random from a database of thousands of possible points. As a result, the piece often presents interesting juxtapositions between the clocks that allow us to think about the statistics in new and unpredictable ways. At noon each day, the clocks reset with new data and return to zero to begin their statistical ascents again. Now for something completely different, a wall drawing by Boston area artist August Ventimiglia. The artist, a former architect, is best known for his innovative use of tools and materials of the building trades, like sandpaper, chalk, straight edges, and plumb lines. This piece, meant to look like two splayed globes with Boston at their centers, was created by applying hundreds, if not thousands, of chalk snap lines directly to the wall. A snap line is a basic carpentry tool used as an aid for making a long straight line. A piece of string is covered with chalk, then anchored at both ends and pulled taut. When the string is snapped in the middle, a line of chalk is laid down on the surface to which it is anchored. Ventimiglia utilizes humble materials, transforming them into monumental drawings with exquisitely nuanced surfaces like this one. This piece looks like water droplets or perhaps molten metal, but in fact it's made of glass. Each element is blown glass that's given a metallic cast by immersing it in a series of chemical rinses. The artists, North Carolina-based husband and wife team Thor and Jennifer Bueno, were inspired by the movement of people through the lobby space, the arrangement of the glass pieces on the wall reflecting that swirling, connecting, and dissipating. Interestingly, the viewer plays an important role in this work, his or her reflection altering the surface as he or she stands in front of it. Does this piece look familiar? It should. It's the companion to the August Ventimiglia wall drawing on the other side of this wall. This one, titled 4/4 Swell, was also made with chalk snap lines, but takes a different form. Let's hear what the artist has to say about it.
August Ventimiglia, 4/4 Swell, 2015. I make abstract drawings inspired by forms and processes in nature such as horizons, waves, tides, patterns, and sound. I'm interested in visualizing the experience of time, both the minute length of time it takes me to draw a single line and the imagined expanse of time we call the universe. For the wall drawing 4/4 Swell, I began my process by investigating the wave height of the prevailing swell in Boston Harbor near Fidelity Investments World Headquarters. I averaged the height of the swell over the year that the work was conceived, and then distilled this data down to 4 distinct wave ranges that correlated to the 4 quarters of Fidelity's fiscal year. I created a horizontal, curved datum line on the wall that followed the swell as it changes through the 4 quarters. Then, using a chalk reel, a common marking tool used in construction, I snapped 6-foot-long straight chalk lines following the datum line. The action creates both a precise line and an unpredictable scatter of chalk. The resulting curved waveform undulates on top of itself, evoking the dimensionality of the waves on the flat surface of the wall. My choice of 6-foot lines refers to the human body, both the specificity of my own height and the universality of human forms.
Can you tell what these are made of? It looks organic, but in fact it's PVC pipe. Jessica Drank is a Florida artist who transforms man-made, often industrial materials into forms that mimic elements of the natural world. She creates connections between the manufactured and the organic, and challenges the rigid ways in which we classify and compartmentalize man and nature, artificial and authentic, in a world in which these boundaries are ever blurring. Let's learn more in Drank's own words.
Hello, this is Jessica Drank, and I'm speaking about my piece Wave Aqueous Oscillation. It's a set of 3 pieces that sort of progress as you head down the hallway. And the pieces are made out of ordinary PVC pipes, the same piping used in plumbing and irrigation. I just go to Home Depot and buy a bunch of them to make this piece. I cut through the PVC pipe with a bandsaw, and then I sand all the surfaces so that you have a nice, smooth, matte finish that is a lot more luxurious than you would think PVC pipe could become. That's one of the things I'm really interested in, is the transformation of materials into something that you wouldn't have expected. One of the things I really considered as I was working on designing these pieces was that I wanted it to create a cadence as you walk down the hallway, because you're going to be seeing it from the side and you're going to be walking past it. That's going to be your experience of the piece. So I had this waving feature grow larger towards the center of the middle panel, and then it recedes again as you proceed down the hallway. So it really creates this, it's more of an experience of walking by it instead of just standing and viewing it straight on. If you do want to stand and view the piece from one place, I suggest standing off to the side and looking down the wave and the undulation of the wave, and think about how each of the little cuts made out of each of the PVC pipe could resemble smaller ripples upon larger waves. That might get you into the right meditative space that I was in when I created the piece. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining me on this immersive journey. I hope you enjoyed learning more about the art we have here in Boston.